Stream Elements bot running Elements S. Shoots a spitball at Silva's boobs.
Fucking rude. Hello my darlings, my name is Silvadorkable. I am your friendly monster waifu, and I am back
LMAO.
to draw more of my favorite character, my favorite girl. Get her settled up. Perfect. Okay. So, we just finished on the fluffy feathers, which were honestly a pain in the ass so far, but I can't really complain too much because
no Silva torture. Silvadorkable is now live. Streaming art stream.
I
Morrigan
learned how to do it.
Aensland number 3.
So, that being said, how is it going, Cuervo, Baked Potato, and Data? I hope all of you are having a wonderful evening. Now, only thing we have left to do really
meows a lot.
is fix her lopsided food.
I watched the Frostpunk today.
Oh yeah? How'd you like it? It's the wings, actually. Nice. So the wings could technically be a lot of different methods, but
Hello Sylvia, my day was alright.
just need to get the general outline of it. Well, I'm glad to hear that. My day was also alright. Work is, well, you know, work.
I am a lot more rested today. Hi sweetie and everyone.
Hey Mama. Well, I'm glad you're rested.
Hi Silva's mom.
Which reminds me, Iridium, if you're here, eat something. Swear to God.
Silva's being mean.
I'm not being mean. He's being mean. He's being a doo-doo head.
Hi Cuervo. I'm good. I thought of an amazing name for your goddess's rage. Rage is a passive that gains attack and speed for defense and health. The name is The Tides Have Turned.
Ooh,
Shame on you.
I like that.
Cuervo is the mean ahead.
Exactly. Cuervo's a mean one. I'm perfect. Enough.
It was hilarious when you gave children jobs and Cuervo kept calling you a tyrant.
We didn't have school for them. What else are they supposed to do? They're just going to get into trouble. In times of industrial revolution and famine, children have to work. They learn early. Actually, yeah.
Hello Silva's Monday.
I like how it said Monday, even though you said none. Yes, I'm sorry, but everyone has to pitch in. There's no free rides. I have to figure
Children
out.
should work for a living like everyone else. They are too spoiled nowadays. It was hilarious. Exactly. So by sending them into a dangerous environment like back in the Victorian era?
Look, everyone is struggling to survive. When we have...
The goddess of the sea, a name for rough sea is The Tides Have Turned, so I thought that'd be a cool name for your goddess's rage.
I like that name, Data.
Hey baked potato. Damn autocorrect.
Well, look. When we have time for creature comforts, we can have creature comforts, but until then, everyone needs to work. No exceptions. trying to find specifically like a good image that is from an official Capcom source that shows her wings so that I can use them as reference.
I agree with Silva.
Thank you. Yes, I'm sorry, children, but you have to work until we can at least heat and feed everyone. After that, we can lay off, and everyone needs to pull their weight.
I'd work, but only if I meet a cute girl. Don't let my girlfriend see that one. Hey Data. Yo baked potato. I got an allowance as a kid, but I had to work for it.
My mom can vouch for the fact that I was just a very spoiled child. Which I'm sorry
I will
for,
remember
by the
that
way,
when
Mom.
there is a cave-in and the little ones are crushed to death or severely burned by a boiler explosion.
And you'll remember the same thing when there's a
You
cave-in.
get paid for your chores?
Where there's a cave-in and the parents are crushed to death, leaving orphans. Nobody wins in this situation, Cuervo. Nobody.
Yeah, you didn't have to do anything.
I really didn't. I was an incredibly spoiled child. Which, in all honesty, like, you'd think would be a really cool thing, but it kind of sucked because then once I went off on my own, I didn't know how to do anything. That was kind of fucked.
I don't get paid for anything I do around the house. I'd work for Rika Izumi or Miyu Sawai. Both actresses who were on PGSM. White smiling face, smirking face. Less outrage and less people wanting to relieve you of your leadership.
Yes, and more dead people. There's no winning here.
I did. Got paid to do chores. More fair. Even worse if the heater exploded or the coal runs out. Then everyone freezes. Well, at the end of the day the buck stops with you and how you failed them.
I didn't fail them.
Tyrant. When I was a kid, families were larger with more kids than now.
Well, some people still have large families, but it's more diverse now. There we go.
I washed the dishes, do the laundry, cook for everyone, keep the house clean, water the plants, keep Cronus in check. That one is my own really, and I help my little sister with school and I don't jump. Jump.
And I don't jump.
He any money. Winner. Debs Matthews has won 5. Jump. WTG Silva's mom.
I like that.
Haku, use bold tackle on EV. THX.
Let me try something.
I've seen people would have one kid a year and the fifth was the last, and I thought to myself, yeah right.
Okay, that makes sense. Just making sure everything lined up okay.
My second cousin has 10 kids, 1 twins. Hold
too
on,
many.
that's confusing. 2 of them are twins. That's still confusing.
That's too many. It's too many. Just gonna say that right now.
Stream Avatars extension. https://server.streamavatars.com/viewer.html channel_ID equals UCS7 uplex G1 of Jake 4 OSIA and platform equals YouTube. LOL, she adopted most of them. In the game, who is Red supposed to be? Is she supposed to be a monster hunter or something?
Is Red? Who's Red?
Wrong game company, man. The chick that looks like Red Riding Hood and has a machine gun.
Oh! BB Hood! Her name isn't Red, her name's BB Hood. It stands for Baby Bonnie Hood.
About having another kid.
And no, she's not a monster hunter.
One, and I'm sitting here like, be lucky you can have kids. I don't even have one, they're no longer on my FB. Dude, I want Monster Hunter World, but I don't even have the consoles it's on. No,
she's actually an assassin or a mercenary, depending on how you look at it. And no, she's kind of just an asshole. If I had to be totally honest. No, actually you can ask just about anything about the Darkstalkers or Night Warriors characters, and I should know at least a little bit. Enough, anyway, because I played that game for a ridiculous amount of time when I was in love with Morrigan. Well, I mean, first in love with Morrigan.
Oh my friend, and I thought of 4 types of weapons: normal, mechanical, transformation, and mystical. Silva, which one do you think your scythe would be?
Mystical. Definitely mystical.
But is she related to the original Red Riding Hood or just a coincidence?
Oh no,
Have
she's
you
not.
played Final Fantasy?
She's not related to the original Red Riding Hood whatsoever. I have played Final Fantasy. Not every single one of them, because there's like a ridiculous amount of them. However, I have.
Makes sense.
I
Water
have
is a powerful
played
magical
about
element.
Final Fantasy VII's my favorite, obviously. I've also played Final Fantasy VI, which was a close second. Honestly, that is an amazing and incredibly underrated game because of the fact that it was on, Super Nintendo, so it didn't have the graphics that were really wanted at the time. However, honestly, it was a gorgeous, beautifully well made game. What else? I liked 10. Honestly, 10-2 I was not a fan of. Now time for inking!
I've only played X and X2 and can't stop playing X for some reason.
I actually recently started replaying Final Fantasy VII, the original.
I've never played Final Fantasy, never seen it. I'm a Final Fantasy virgin. All I know is the Adamant was in Cloud.
Adamantoise. Adamantoise. Must be from a game I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, 10-2 I wasn't a fan of 10-2.
Yeah, I don't know. 10-2, despite the fact that you think I would be into it because it has a very
It's
magical
a giant
girl
turtle boss
style.
with a high health bar, and it has a mountain as a shell.
Oh. Honestly, that sounds more like Pokemon than Final Fantasy.
Start with X, trust me on that.
I don't know. Personally, I think the best one is 7. And probably because I significantly grew up with it, but I'm still standing by that. It also had a plot that was based loosely off of the concept of Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, also known as Dante's Inferno. Loosely, mind you.
Nope, Adamant was is a Final Fantasy boss, right Baked?
Personally, I always liked the, I think my favorite thing about Final Fantasy in general was always, the... It's hard to reference them because they had a different name in every Final Fantasy. In Final Fantasy III, they were known as Espers. In Final Fantasy VII, they were known as... What the fuck were they known as? Summons? In Final Fantasy X, they were known as Aeons. The summon creatures. The magical beings. Those were always my favorite. The thing I liked the most about Final Fantasy VI is they had a ridiculous amount of them, because the main story is about the main character actually being half of one. So they had like
Adamant Wasp has such a high health bar it actually takes an hour to beat it,
and
it doesn't even heal itself.
A shitload of them. They actually, a lot of them that came from there were really good. Like let's see, there was Siren, there was the Tauntaun King, there was, I think Mogs were actually first introduced in there. Could be wrong on that. Shiva, Bahamut, Ifrit, Carbuncle. They had some of the lesser known ones, which I loved.
Adamant Was appears in Final Fantasy 15, whatever Roman numeral that is.
Yeah, I never got anywhere near 15. That's way too fucking high.
And said I wanted someone to dress up as Yuna and do the sending dance when I pass away, and got so many likes.
I actually almost cosplayed
Mark
Yuna.
Hamill is supposed to voice Don Corneo.
Yeah, I kind of got tired of Final Fantasy after... Oh my gosh, Mark Hamill is an amazing voice actor. He does an amazing Joker. Actually want to cosplay the new Tifa. Fun fact, Tifa from Final Fantasy VII was technically my first cosplay. It was a homemade one out of a white sports bra I got from my mom and a black skirt. And I think I was 12.
When my girlfriend dies, I want to dress her up like Ares. Troll face.
Don't dress anyone up like anyone after they die.
After 10 I stopped because it got too complicated.
Yeah, I'm honestly not really a huge fan of the ones after 10. It's not even that they got complicated, it's just I honestly, I kind of lost interest. They got really convoluted.
It was a joke, you fool.
I don't really know how I like having these.
I remember Tifa.
I loved Tifa. I still do love Tifa.
You'll probably hate my game. I have plans for the next 15 games. I actually might be able to pass Final Fantasy on total number of games with all my ideas. In the 7 remake they made Tifa had a breast reduction because people might get offended.
I know, right? Although they did make her... it makes more sense that she has a pleated skirt now as opposed to a skin-tight leather skirt, because I can honestly tell you from experience, and I'm sorry, Mom, to this day I'm still sorry that I ripped your leather skirt. Very hard to be active in a leather skirt. Incredibly hard. Now, let's see. I don't know, like, part of me wants to do it like this. And part of me wants to do it like this.
There's a rumor going around that the part where Cloud cross dresses won't be in the game. Don't know how true that is.
Well, that's kind of stupid.
Don't remember that. I must not have cared much.
Well, you did at the time, but I'm glad to know that you don't remember it, Mom. It was a Halloween and I felt super bad.
Hey Data, do you have plans for the next 20 Call of Duty titles? They're working on Mass Effect 5.
Really? I don't know. The last Mass Effect didn't really go over well.
Tifa had a great rack, but in my opinion it was a bit too big. I think old ladies in leather are trashy. Why would I have ideas for the next Call of Duty game names?
Well, I mean, that is pretty true, Mama. I won't argue with that.
Mass Effect ended with Shepard.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the newer ones.
Imo. Call of Duty: The duty is real this time. Call of Duty, it's a big one.
It sure is.
Call of Duty, bring me toilet paper. Your sister still likes Mass Effect. LMAO.
Well, I mean, there's nothing really necessarily
Stream Avatar's
inherently
extension.
wrong about liking Mass Effect. It's just, I'm not a huge fan of it.
viewer.html. Channel _ID equals UCS7 UPLXG1
But in all fairness,
and platform equals YouTube.
in all fairness, I'm not really a huge fan of,
There's the next titles.
I'm not really a huge fan of...
Don't let Jen hear you say that.
I'm not really a huge fan of, sci-fi. Oh, Jen knows. I will admit, I would cosplay Femme
Again,
Shepherd,
why
though.
would I have real titles for that? I'm not making Call of Duty.
But I've never really been a huge like sci-fi person. I've always like for example, a lot of people like Star Wars, and they're like, oh, Star Wars is George Lucas's like best thing. Me, I think it's Indiana Jones. I like Indiana Jones. I like the adventure and the fantasy more. So it's nothing against sci-fi, and I'm not saying that Star Wars is bad. I'm more of a fantasy and adventure person than I am a sci-fi person. Which is probably why, now that I think about it, I enjoy Silent Hill more than Resident Evil, because Resident Evil is kind of sci-fi in the fact that they're like, oh, all these zombies.
From Mass Effect 3 was a master troll. LMAO.
So, just saying.
Data.
Yeah.
So you're into guys with whips. I'm all about sci-fi.
Well, I mean, if he knows how to use it.
Silva, if I gave you a free demo of my RPG, maybe the full game too, would play it on stream?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yay. Star Wars, Star Trek, Dr. Who, Torchwood, Doom, etc.
See, and whereas I am not really a big...
I could give you tips and tricks and everything, although even though I'm literally making it, I still don't understand RPGs to the core of it all.
Like, I don't know, for me it was always like action and adventure, but specifically fantasy. I was always a huge fantasy person.
I'm not into sci-fi per se,
and
but
horror.
I will play them, depending on how much dialogue and shooting shit happens. Well, that's where we're different.
Well, it's totally fine to be different, Mama. I still love you. A lot of people actually really enjoy sci-fi, and I'm not really in that boat. It's not that I don't like sci-fi. I've seen some very good sci-fi things. But for me, that's not like... It's not the best thing that I could possibly have.
Love alien stuff. Those are some sharp bangs. My first RPG was Pokemon Diamond, and since there's a metric fuck ton of attacks in Pokemon, my RPG has a bunch as well.
Yeah, there are actually some like... I just had a brain fart.
I like horror games the most, along with RPGs and FPS.
But yeah, there are actually some really good sci-fi movies that I've seen. It's just that those aren't necessarily my favorites.
I also like games where you can customize stuff too. Oh, sadly there's no cursing in my RPG. We wanted to keep it on PG-13.
Yeah, no worries.
If we didn't care, a curtain character would be cursing like a sailor.
Don't worry. I'm sure that I will be cursing plenty for that thing.
Jump. Jump.
I don't know if I like that, actually. Maybe not. We'll leave you alone for now.
That character is half British and half Scottish. She turns Scottish when she gets angry. Jump. Jump.
You can turn Scottish when you get angry? Didn't know that was a thing. Actually, it's like, well, no, because that's gonna be, god damn it. Okay.
A game I thought was going to suck, but was pretty good, was called Juiced and Juiced 2. You can customize your racing car to get pearl color, which changes colors depending on where the light hit it.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
BRB, got to take Drogo out.
Sounds good, Mama.
She has the passive rage, and she's tank class. There's no other character you play as that gets it, unless you play post-game. Sarah at one point only gets rage. You can have your car blue but change green, for example. Oh, and there's an Easter egg that'll make the game a little bit easier, but you have to pay attention the description. The Easter egg gives you the item Phoenix Feather. You can only use it 5 times.
Oh yeah? I'm listening. Sorry, I'm just
In a battle,
focused.
if you use it, you heal the whole team.
I don't like that.
But again, you can only use it 5 times, ever, after the 5th time it's gone. There's another Easter egg that involves the phoenix feather, but it does the reverse of making it easier slightly, lol.
Oh yeah?
Dance.
Sorry, I'm listening. I'm just trying to multitask.
It's hard to do it, but if you do it right, it allows you to fight the super boss, me and my friend and my girlfriend.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
Dance. You probably won't remember this by the time you play the full game, but if type TC and AF and Shadow Sneak right after you respawn from falling in a spike fall trap. I'm putting it in all caps to make sure. You know, it gives you the phoenix feather.
Huh. I'll have to try that. I have to admit, I have a very, very shitty memory. So the likeliness I'm going to remember that is probably none. But I can still try.
Morrigan is really great.
I agree. Thank you, Mama. I do love her. like to think that I'm actually learning a lot of really interesting new techniques doing this too.
Dance.
Not like that.
Stream avatars extension. https://server.streamavatars.com/viewer.html channel_id equals UCS7 uplex G1 of Jake 4 OSIA and platform equals YouTube. That's why I'm here. I'll be able to remind you. Now I kind of have to change it. Only one curtain spike fall trap. Oh, and you'll probably hate the first two areas. They're giant mazes.
I think I'll be fine.
The first one is a forest, the next one is a cave. Dance.
Excuse me.
For that one, I'm not spoiling, but I will give you clues if needed.
I'll probably need them, but honestly, they won't make any difference right now. With my super shitty memory, there's no way I'd remember. Almost.
How long did it take for you to do the avatars and their movements?
Oh, the ones down below? Actually, those all were in the community, the community hub for the program.
But I won't.
So they
It's
were
a
made by
silly
other
way to it,
people.
though. Maybe I should lead you a bit off track.
Yeah, I've done a few on my own, a few avatars, but not a lot. But they do take a while to do. Eventually you get used to it and you kind of get like a flow, but the ones I'm using right now, pretty much like 99% of them were done by someone in the community for the program. Plan on doing my own sooner or later, but not right now.
Imagine a tiny Silva avatar. Okay.
I do intend on doing a tiny Silva avatar sooner or later. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I get first dibs.
I forget.
Okay, we're seriously having an early spring or something. Freaking murder is outside my house, crows that is.
Really? It's like almost freezing here. Well, at least with the wind chill it is. Wind chill it is. Oh, that's actually... I think we're doing pretty good so far. Except, that's uneven. Just realized that.
Knowing scientist, it's probably global warming. It's chilly here too. Always hovering over the freezing mark.
Yeah, I don't... I'm not a really big fan of cold weather. There we go. That makes more sense.
Or below. I don't feel the cold.
Lucky.
I never felt the cold. I could be out there in just a t-shirt and shorts and I won't be cold.
I will. Constantly. Let's try doing this so I know where it lines up.
Global warming is having it 10 Celsius on the day of Christmas Eve. You're a girl, you'll get hot flashes.
Oh god, please no. I don't want hot flashes.
I hate the cold. Bring on summer.
I agree. Bring on summer. Actually.
Anything above 70F is good for me. I don't understand with girls on that. My girlfriend constantly complains it's too cold outside, but when it's 75 degrees in my house she has to turn it down to 65.
Oh no, the 75 is amazing. Actually, don't like that. Just realized her back isn't there.
My younger sister will have the air conditioner still running during the late fall, early winter. I keep calling her a polar bear.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
She does. I just don't get why girls are so weak to the temperature. Is it a period thing or am I just dumb?
No, I think it's just a preference thing.
I'm weak to the cold temperatures.
There it goes. I also am weak to the cold temperatures. I just don't do very well with them.
Personally, I've never felt hot or cold. I just always had a middle. I still shake and sweat, I just don't bake, if you understand that. I could wear a sweater in the middle of summer.
Huh. I can't imagine what that would be like. Like, even remotely, honestly. Well, I do think that we're making good progress.
Thank you for following Jonas.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I assume it's something to do with my sense of touch, but I don't know why it wouldn't be like it's cold or it's hot.
Who knows? The human body is very strange sometimes.
40 or below, forget it and I'll turn up the heat. Funny thing, my mom complains that it's too hot in the house when the temperature reads 80, when it's not 80 in the house. Well, maybe in my room. Dance.
I will admit, in my room, it's...
For all I know, it's the next big adaptation to live of Earth for humans.
It's pretty warm at times. Which kind of sucks, but...
Hi, I'm fine. I'm Brazilian and I was wondering if you accept a request for you to draw.
I do accept requests, but I have a waiting list right now. If you wanted to join my Discord, you can put in a request.
Deb, should I be concerned that I can't feel the temperature like that? Stream Avatars extension. https://server.streamavatars.com/viewer.html channel_ID equals UCS7 UPLXG1 of Jake 4 OSIA and platform equals YouTube. Join in on the fun in our Discord. http://discord.gg/mpd748z. Join in on the fun in our Discord. http://discord.gg/mpd748z. You and I would get along perfectly in person temperature wise. No, people feel temperature different. I just don't feel it right. I always ask if it's hot or cold whenever someone says it. They think I'm being sarcastic or making a joke, but I'm serious. Depends on age, weight, metabolic rate, blood pressure, etc.
Oh, we're out of time. Well, so far this is what we have. Doesn't look like much right now, but she'll get better. I'm guessing we should be done by Friday.
I must either be really healthy or almost gonna have a heart attack.
So, that being said, I hope all of you have a wonderful evening. I will see you all.
Fine. Thanks, Deb.
I will see you all tomorrow. I love you, my darlings, and I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. Bye, darlings.
Okay, great job so far. Bye for now, Silva. I'm skinny AF, but I'm around 140 to 150 pounds, which is mostly junk food fat. LOL. Night, sweetie. Love you.
Night, Mama.